All right, so welcome to this final lesson as a part of the desktop homepage design section, where we're going to finish off this homepage section with the footer navigation. All right, so obviously we didn't elaborate if there's going to be, how many links here or whatever. You can reiterate the same links that are here at the top, plus you can add some other links or to pages that aren't of enough importance to where they were specified up here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to our desktop section. What I will do is we're going to simply copy this section up here and we will paste it down here, although we're not going to use that component. What we'll do is we will go ahead and detach the instance of it. So now we have the logo at least, and we're not going to use any of this. I could have just dragged the logo asset here. No big deal though. I do want to have a solid container for this. Let's get rid of that frame. So something that's a little bit different than the background itself. So let's get up our rectangle and I will drag out, right click, send to back. But we do want it to be on top of that. There we go. And let's get our background color here. And currently, I don't think we have something that's darker than our background. And I might want to go darker, I might want to go lighter. Let's see what happens when we do this. We could do that, and I think we actually will. Yeah, let's hit Control-Shift-4, make sure this is situated properly, give ourselves some nice white space from the top. All right, that's looking good. So we'll have the logo as well. I think we could also stand to put, the company address, and I'm not sure if they specified that. They, as in myself. Yeah, contact form and info, it's not here. We can just make up an address, because that's a common thing to put in, a section anyway like this. So if we take a type style that already has, I think this might actually work well for our paragraph type style. So what we can do is like 492 Twisting Lane, Beverly Hills, CA 90210, and then we'll just say US. And I think that's good right there. I like that. So now when it comes to structuring a footer navigation, you don't necessarily always have to have the same links that are at the top and the bottom. We're going to take a different approach where we're putting just secondary links in terms of importance. So for that, we're going to have a 3-column approach where we have a label at the top, like one that will say social, and then we'll list all the social links. And then one that says reach us. So for the different contact forms, there'll be a link to the contact page, also their phone number and email address, and then also ad types. So we can just put in ad type section that could possibly link to a specific ad types area for like banners, videos, influencers, etc. All right, so let's do that. I want to reuse, I think, this type right here. So we're gonna put this just over here. And again, we want to make sure these are lined up. So if I use my keyboard arrow key, yeah, it should be like right around here is looking good. And I'm going to specify social for this. And then we're going to have links underneath it. All right, so for this, these links, we can use this same style possibly. So let's see what that looks like. We may want to not do that though, just because this is type that is not a link and this is going to be a link. So what we could do is we can break this style and we can come over here and we can underline it, and this could work just fine, just as underlines. All right, so we could put Facebook here, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I want more white space between this so we can increase the leading. I would say roughly right around here. And let's use a specific color here. We could use this light color, or I don't like that. Let's use this. There we go. All right, so that's looking good. Now what we can do is duplicate this. This one is going to be reach us. This one here, we'll change this to contact form. And let's get rid of these down beneath. And then what we'll do is duplicate this. And we're going to put in 555, 555, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the underline. There we go. And we're going to have an icon as well here, just to signify in a telephone icon. So we can go to Iconify. We'll type in phone. All right. Scale this down a lot. And I think we'll use the same color here. So we'll change our fill to, I think we're using this. Oops. We'll double click into that. There we go. And change our fill to this version right here, which is primary color 80. And we'll just get this situated like that. All right, and then finally we'll also do the same thing with an email icon. So we'll duplicate this. In the email, we will just put contact at cryptofix101.com. We're not sure what the URL is. All right, and then we'll go to plugins and we will just specify email. This one's a solid filled in icon for the phone, so we want the same sort of thing here. Let's just use this one. We will change this. Double click into it rather. There we go. And we want this to be roughly the same size as much as possible. There we go. That looks pretty much perfect. Let's get rid of that. There we go. I might want to just shorten this. We'll change this to cryptofix.com. And then finally, we'll have, let's just replicate this section right here. We'll put in ad types. And of course, we are going to have to make sure we adhere to our, oh wow, that was almost perfect. We can just push this over. There we go. And again, this could start right on this column, and the front-end developer can make that distinction as well. Let's move this over. There we go. And then we'll just change this to banners. This is going to be video, then influencers, and exchanges. Control-Shift-4. And there we go. So now let's go ahead and just bump this up a little bit. Or it can come down a little bit, doesn't matter. And now sometimes when you do this little annoying thing will happen. You see some things are based on the constraints, they're moving around if we try to adjust this up. And so what you can do is you can take the elements that you saw were kind of shifting upwards, which really is just a few things. For instance, this section right here, you can make sure that is just specified at top. We don't want this to scale either, so we just say left here, or center rather. And now if I do that, that one's not going to adjust. So really, the other ones that I see is this section right here, and we can center that as well. And then finally, these two elements right here and here can be adjusted from the top and center. So now if we take this, move it up, we don't have that issue anymore. And there is our desktop homepage. So let's go ahead and click play. Oh, it was already up, I forgot. And here we are. So this is the homepage design of our fictional cryptofix.com website. Very fun. Obviously, we're nowhere near quite finished yet. We have the other pages to start designing. which is what we're going to do in the next lesson. So if we come to our wireframe, we're going to focus on the add type section in the next video. After that, we'll do the start a campaign, and then we'll do the login, and there's one other page, I believe. And after that, once we have all the desktop stuff done, we can work on prototyping it together, and then we'll work on taking those pages in for tablets and reconfiguring them, and then doing the same thing with mobile as well.